Wherever you may be in the world, thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Happy Friday evening, everybody, everybody, everybody. Um, Hope you had a good day, man. Every day above ground is a great day. I don't care what's going on in your life. Okay, if you above ground, man, you in business. Cause when you're dead and gone, that's it. It's a wrap. So whatever you might have happening in your life, don't take it personal. It's a process. Don't panic. And I can speak to you from experience about not panicking. And sometimes you're gonna want to. Sometimes, man, your back is gonna feel like you're gonna be up against it, and you got to stand strong. Okay, you got to believe. The Bible say all things are possible to him who believes, and you got to believe. More importantly, in yourself. See, a lot of y'all believe in other folk before you do yourself. And that's why you get so easy to get discouraged. That's why you're so easy to give up, because you'll believe in somebody else before you will your own self. Okay? You ain't gonna give yourself a chance, but you'll give other people a chance. And it's time now for you to put you first. Let me say that again. It's time now for you to put you first, so that you can come first. You know, I I heard this guy today. This guy was saying, hold on a second here. Let me see, can I find it on X? Um, um, hey, hey, oh yeah, here it is. How you pronounce his name? Kara Papick. What's going on? Thank you for joining me. Um, this is see. Let me tell you why I'm saying that the people around Trump have absolute immunity. Listen to this. Listen to this. In prison for conspiracy. Listen to this. Listen to this. Say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term. Because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights, and I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitutional rights. It's not going to happen again.
We've been warning people on the show, Mike. This isn't the same Trump administration. Stop messing around. Don't rig elections. Don't illegally vote. Don't try the funny business, because we know the team this time, and they are not effing around.
Now in America, the president...
Let me just say this. You hear that? You hear that? And see, the people around him got their own agendas. Got their own agendas in his name. Now, this guy ain't even, they talking about he's a potential attorney general. Okay? And this is the way he talking? I sure hope he ain't got nothing in his closet. And most folk do have something in their closet. Most folk do. Okay, I don't care who you are. You got something in your closet. Cause you can't live a life and not have some shit that you've done in your closet that you really don't want nobody to know about. Okay? And listen to this guy. Listen to him.
Long and hard.
Listen
Let me
to
just say
him.
this to Big Tish James.
See, this is that little dick energy that's around Trump that has been emboldened. Let me say that shit again. This is that little dick energy that has been emboldened around him. Listen to this guy. Listen to
Attorney
him.
General, I dare you. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term.
He dares her. Listen to this. He dares her. Are you serious? You serious? Listen.
Because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights, and I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitutional rights. It's not going to happen again.
We've been warning people on the show, Mike, this isn't the same Trump administration. Stop messing around. Don't rig elections. Don't illegally vote. Don't try.
See, and those are the people that are going to be the problem in the Trump administration. Those guys just like this is going to be the problem. Okay? Roger Stone, going to go buck wild crazy. Steve Bannon, going to go buck wild crazy. Because they know that if by chance the government comes after them, he's the head honcho. And he can say, leave him alone. Drop that. Okay? And listen, whether you think it's good or bad, that's just the way the ball gonna bounce. The people around Trump are gonna have, total immunity from prosecution. They got absolute immunity. And they can say and do whatever they want to do and not have to worry about no consequences. And that's just the reality of the matter. It really is. That's just the reality. So, it'll be interesting to see just how all of this gonna pan out. And who else has been emboldened to start standing up and speaking what's on their mind. See, a lot of them have been talking behind closed doors. Okay? And we ain't privy to those conversations. Now, then they coming out the woodworks. They're going to come out the woodworks. And you're going to have all kinds of shit that's going to be being said in the name of Donald John Trump. You're going to have all kinds of threats that's going to be made. Because whether you like it or not, man, that was a threat. Okay? That dude just threatened the Attorney General of New York. I think that's what she is. Yeah, she's the Attorney General. I mean, he just threatened her. And said, look, listen to the disrespect.
And
listen to the disrespect.
To Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General.
Big Tish James. Or was he trying to say Big Titty? He said Big Tish, but was he trying to say Big Titty James? Because that's close. Listen, I ain't, but it's funny.
Let me just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General.
The New York
I
Attorney
dare you.
General.
I dare you to try to continue your lawfare.
The New York Attorney General. He dares her to keep doing her job. He dares her. Big Tish James. And listen to the disrespect. Listen to
Let me
it.
just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term. Because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for
Listen here, sweetheart. Listen here, sweetheart. Who talks to the Attorney General like that? I mean, think about that, man. Here's a woman that, like it or not, boy, she got the credentials. And she might have more credentials than him. She might have more than him. And look how the disrespect. Listen to the disrespect. And the contempt that he got for her.
conspiracy against rights, and I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitutional rights. It's not going to happen again.
We've been warning people on the show, Mike. This isn't the same Trump administration. Stop.
See, you see what I'm saying? See, now you got everybody coming out the woodworks with their opinion, with their say-so. Because as long as they're defending Trump, he's gonna go to bat for him. As long as they're defending him, he going to bat for him. He gonna be their shield. As long as they're saying and doing what he want them to say and do, he gonna protect them. And it's almost like the mafia. this federal government probably be ran just like the mafia. Okay? Probably be ran just like the mafia. Some gangs. Cause they got the green light to go. They got the green light to speak up. What's on their mind? And see, as my mama would say, boy, a lot of water got to pass under the bridge between now and January 20th. A lot of water got to pass under the bridge between now and January 20th. You are president-elect. He hadn't been sworn in yet. And you got people running around like it's a done deal. See, and that's gonna be the problem. See, a lot of people running, because I tell y'all, man, I'm saying this. I don't trust J.D. Vance no farther than I can spit. And that's the truth. I don't trust J.D. Vance no farther than I can spit. It's just something about that dude that just ain't right. Something about him ain't right. Something about him ain't right. I'm telling you, I mean, you can feel it. You ain't got to, you can feel. Man, something about that cat ain't right. Something about J.D. Vance ain't right. Something about him ain't right. And he might be having his eye on he's number 2, and he might have his eye on that number 1 chair. See, that's what he might have his eye on, is being president. And you think he wouldn't throw Trump under the bus? Let me say that again. Do you think J.D. Vance who once said Trump was worse than Hitler and had a change of heart, and he's now kissing his ass? See, it's the person that's closest to you that can do the most damage. Let me say that again. It's the person that's closest to you. Your enemies can't do no damage to you. It's the person closest to you know all your business. That's the one that can do the damage. The one that's right under you. And he right under Trump. And I'm telling you, something about that dude, man, can't be trusted. Something about him cannot be trusted. And I guarantee you, you gonna have people. Let me see if anybody else. Let me see if anybody else doing any talking. And I'm waiting to see what her response gonna be. I'm waiting to see what her response gonna be. I really would like to know what is her response to somebody getting on threatening her like that. Or are you just gonna dismiss it? What? Cause right now, you know, and in case some of y'all ain't heard this, let me let you hear it. Let me let you hear it.
Dare you to try to continue your lawfare. Let me just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term.
And see, this is an audition for Trump to be Attorney General. What he's doing right now is auditioning before Trump to be the Attorney General, to show Trump that, you know, he's the baddest dog in the yard. That's all he's doing right now is auditioning. And you're going to have so many people that are going to be auditioning to Trump to get what they want, to get their position. They auditioning because they're going to say what he wants to hear. They're going to act the way he wants them to act. They ain't going to act on their own. See, under his own, he couldn't do this on his own. He couldn't, I bet you, I wonder would he go and talk to her about some of his clients like that? He's auditioning. And it's going to be hell to pay, man. I'm telling you. Donald John Trump is not the problem. But the people that he going to surround himself with, those are the ones that's going to go buck wild. Those are the ones that are going to keep up the animosity, the revenge, the getting even. That it's going to be them. He going to be too busy playing golf. And he going to have other people doing his dirty work. Because, you know, they want to get in. And that's the sad part, man, that, you know, so many people they'll do and say anything just to get what they want. Not on their integrity, not on their hard work, but they'll kiss your ass to get what they want. And I mean, you know, if I'm wrong, just say true conductor. That what you're saying, it don't make sense. I disagree. But you can see the contempt that's in his voice. You can hear I mean, listen, Her name is Letitia. And he say, this is for Big Tish. Because he ain't want to say Big Tit. he wanted to say Big Tit James. That's what he wanted to say. But he said Big Tish. That's what he wanted to say. You know, because I mean, hey, say what you want. She out there. Okay, Lil Dog, what's going on? Galactic, thank you for joining me. I got a turkey guy up in here. I got a turkey guy. Kara, I got him up in here too. Thank you, man, for being in here. But that's all I'm saying. Is that and you know, absolute power corrupts anybody. When you have absolute power, and it looks like he's gonna have control of the Senate and the House, so a lot of shit should be getting done. Okay, when you got control, yeah, because you ain't got nobody that's gonna check you. You don't have nobody gonna check you, and you know the one thing that I can place this, if I had to place this defeat of the Democrats at the feet of somebody, it would be Joe Biden. I would place it at his feet because, first of all, you done served 50 years in public service. And 50 years is long enough. And you didn't want to let go. And you should have gone in the first term as a one-term president. Because you've been vice president for what, 8 years? Okay? So now you done got the chance to be president at your old age. One term should have been enough for him. One term. And then all of the crazy shit that they want to do, ain't no men got no business in no women's sports. Let me say that shit again. If you got a dick, you a man. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. You a man. If you got a penis, you a man. And you ain't got no business going up against no women. Okay? All right? You ain't got no business. You know, if you want to compete somebody, why don't you set up your own league of transgenders or whatever you want to call yourself? Why don't you set up your own league and compete against each other? Why you got to compete against somebody weaker than you? Because I mean, I saw this Italian boxer that's running around talking about he a woman and straight up man, a straight up man, and ain't got no business in female sports. Period. Matter of fact, you ain't got no business in no woman's bathroom. On the real tip, then I'm glad my kids are grown. Cause if my daughter was in the bathroom and a man go in there, shit, I'm going to get you. You coming out of here, motherfucker. You crazy. I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care who you say you are. But you ain't got no business being in no. And then look at the transgenders. This done got women pregnant. They dick gets hard too. They dick still get hard. Still would get hard. And you can turn around and say you can be a predator and claim to be transgender and walk in somebody's bathroom, a woman's bathroom, and be a predator. You know, if you're looking for some action, why don't you dress up like a woman and walk in the men's room? You see, now I'm talking like that. Everybody going, oh, he against. Yeah, I'm against that lifestyle. I am against that lifestyle. I do not support the LGBTQ, like whatever. I don't support it. I don't support it. Because it ain't but two genders. God created male and female. He didn't create no transgender, no queer, or none all that other shit. Man, that's in your head. That's in your head. Because you either got a penis or a womb. That's it. And look, think about it, y'all. I want you to think about this. If you're a man and you want to be a woman, you born a man and you want to be, look at how you got to lie to yourself. David, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Look at how you got to lie to yourself. Look at how you got to lie to yourself to be somebody else that you wasn't born to be. You got to lie to yourself. You living a lie. And I'm supposed to go along with it. I'm supposed to agree with it because you want to live a lie. And the nastiest cavity of the body is your pleasure palace. The nastiest cavity of the body is your pleasure palace. And you lie because it was created to be an exit, not to enter. Your butthole is not to enter, it is to exit. It was created for stuff to exit, not to enter. And you're going to get old, man, and you'll be wearing a diaper because you can't control your bowel movement. You don't have no more control. You done lost all your muscle. Because that's what's going to happen. If you keep abusing it, and on top of the fact that most of them are not using protection, so all that filth and germ is going to go right in the head of your penis and get in your blood system. And you think that bacteria ain't going to have an impact on your body? I don't care if you're man or woman. That bacteria is going to get in the head of your penis and it's going to go straight into your blood system. And if you got a weak immune system, what you think going to happen? I mean, seriously, let's talk about it. But see, people don't want to discuss that. Okay, what's going on? Okay, people don't want to discuss that. You take two women. One got a strap on. What that ain't even real. And you got women that's in love with some plastic. They in love with it ain't even real. And they in love with it. And you gonna tell me that ain't a lie? You in love with some plastic? That's what you in love with, some plastic, because it ain't real. So look at the lies that this gay lifestyle has to live just to function. Because it ain't real. It's not real. And then when you start talking about, oh, there you go hate. No, I don't hate you. I just disagree with your lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, when you close your eye, ain't got no. This is true conductor. But we have to talk about that stuff. It's real, man. And see, and here's the deal. You know, how they trap these young kids is because they glamorize that lifestyle until they get them in it. And then when they get them in it, That's when they raise their ugly head. You know, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. But there are a lot of conversations, man, that we need to put on the table. We scared to talk about it. If I had my way, listen, I would get some white folk and some black folk, sit them across the table from each other, take their phones, and the only break you're going to have is a bathroom break. Because we're going to order breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we're going to sit down and eat with each other and talk this shit out. We're going to talk it out. That's what I would do. See, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty and tackle this race issue, why don't you put some people across the table from each other and let them talk and take their phones so they won't be distracted? And you got a bathroom break, lunch, man, lunch is coming in. We're gonna sit down and break bread together and still talk. But yet don't nobody want to sit down across the table and talk to each other. They talk at each other on the internet, over social media. They'll talk at each other, but they don't want to sit down in person and talk to each other. Hey, Jesus. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining me. Oh, y'all, this Beth Jesus, he actually took the first two letters of Jeff Bezos' name. And thank you, man. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you so very much. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. And see, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't gonna agree on everything. And I know I'm not for everybody. I know that. I'm not for everybody. I understand that. I accept that. I ain't for everybody. Okay? And I'm okay with that. Not being for everybody. But the ones that do, I don't mind. I will take a stand. I don't mind taking a stand for what I believe in. Okay? That's right, man. I ran for mayor of DC. You're right. I sure did, because I had something to say. I had something to say, and I wasn't afraid to step up on that platform to say it. And see, and most folk are afraid to step up on, got something they want to say, but they're afraid to step up on a platform and say it. That's why, this is why, no talking Jesse Lee Peterson. Make as much money, you back. I thought I put you in for 24 hours. God dog. So they let you back up in here, huh? Okay. All right. Lisa Nicole. Well, and see, Nicole, that could be good and that can be bad. See, because you can talk too much and let people know what you're going to do and see. And he already done said he's going after big pharma. That's money. And the crazy part about it is you don't know whose money you trying to impact. Okay? All right? You don't know whose money you trying to impact. And you can be impacting the wrong person's money. And see, with this sex change and stuff that they doing in kids, man, that's big money. That's big money. And how is a child gonna tell you what they want to be? Not in my house. Now, Look at old punk ass Dwayne Wade. Talking about his kids gonna come and tell him who they are. Man, you better go sit your ass down somewhere. Okay? Go sit your ass down. When you get out on your own from under my roof, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. But under my roof, that shit ain't flying. It ain't flying. And see, and let me show you. And talk about karma. Look at that old fucked up statue. That statue don't look nothing like him. Dwayne Wade. Look at that old ugly ass. Matter of fact, let me Google. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, this karma. Okay, this is karma. Let me show you Dwayne Wade's statue. Hold on. This. Let me put it on images. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That don't look nothing like Dwayne Wade. That don't look nothing like him. Okay? Don't look nothing like him. And that's what you get. That's exactly what you get for being such an asshole. And see, it makes you wonder if you see one, a lot of this stuff that he's doing with his kids is to get back at their mama. Let's just start right there, first of all. See, a lot of this stuff he's doing is to get back at them kids' mama. Okay? To get back at her. But look at that shit, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They need to take that shit down and redo that. Don't look nothing like him. Don't look Oh. That's what he looked like on the inside. Oh man. Damn. That's what he looked like on the inside. Okay? That's what he looked like on the inside. That's the ugly person he is on the inside. Thank you, Lord, for correcting me. They did get it right. Because they showing you what he's like on the inside. That's what he looks like on the inside, an ugly person. That's exactly what he looked like on the inside. Okay? That's what that statue represents. That statue is not representing what he looks like on the outside, but this statue is representing the person he is on the inside. That's what that statue represents. That's what it's represent. That's the kind of person if you could peel back the covers, that's what he would look like on the inside, right there, that statue. That's what that represent, what he is on the inside. That's what that is. So you know, and listen, you can live any kind of lifestyle you want. At the end of the day, when you close your eyes, it ain't gonna affect me one way or the other. But I can voice my opinion. I can voice my opinion. And you can say what you want, but God did destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. If that lifestyle was so acceptable, why did God destroy Sodom and Gomorrah and turn Lot's wife to salt? Because don't look back. And you got so many people, man, that, you know, they get in these lifestyles and come out but they still looking back. They still wanting. So no, that's what that statue represents. Joint. That's him on the inside. That's what he looked like. Okay. Noctua, greetings from Germany. Thank you, Germany, for joining me. Thank you. I got Germany, I got Turkey. I got RK. He did dump his first wife and been bitter with her ever since. And he's letting his children do this stuff to get back at her. That's why he's doing this. To get back at her. Ain't got nothing to do with discipline. Genesis 19:24. Where my ass at? My Bible. Wait a minute here. Oh, I put it in here. Just getting ready to say. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where my Bible at? Genesis 19:24. See what we got. Okay, so let me read this, and I'm gonna start at 23. The sun had risen upon the earth when Lot entered Zoar. Then the Lord rained brimstone and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. So he overthrew those cities, all the plains, all the inhabitants of the city, and what grew on the ground. But his wife looked back behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Okay? So I bet you when they put prayer back in school, it would be a Christian prayer. I don't think they will acknowledge other religions. Just my thought. Well, see, here's the thing about other religions. If you go back and read the Bibles, they all tell the same story. If you go back and read the Bibles, they just got different names, but it's the same story. Okay? It's the same story, but they got different names. See, and sometimes you get these Jesus freaks. Oh, but gee, everybody got a nickname. Okay? Everybody got a nickname. Some got 2 or 3 nicknames. So why is it that Jesus is the only one that don't have a nickname? Even God got more than one name. And you gonna tell me Jesus is is the only person stuck with one name? Think about that for a minute. And you gonna tell me Jesus, everybody else, God, his Father, has more than one name. Okay? God, see, God is a lifestyle. Whether you wanna accept that or not. When you talking about you following God, you live in a certain lifestyle. You following Jesus, you live in a certain lifestyle. There's some things you're not gonna do. Okay? All right? There's some things you just say, it's a lifestyle. And you got so many people hung up on the name. And the devil will use the name of Jesus to get you to drop your guard. Let me say that again. The devil will use the name of Jesus to get you to drop your guard. Okay? All right? Okay? So I'm just saying, you know, if God got more than one name, how come Jesus can't have more than one? Think about it. Why is it that Jesus is the only person that only got one name? And even you got more than one name. You got, man, listen. Some people call me Don. My family called me Donnie. When I was working for Metro, they called me Top Hat. And, you know, I went by DC Don, okay? True Conductor. All the same person. All the same person. So why is it that Jesus only got one name? God, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Since we talking about this, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. All right. Um, God has, there are 20 names in the Bible for God. 20. Okay? What's not true? What's not true, David? What's not true? And see, and a lot of people have used religion to conquer other people in the name of Jesus. A lot of wars have been fought over religion. A lot of wars have been fought over religion. Okay, but let me get back to some of these names of God. Hold on a second. Let me see if it's on the images. Oh, here we go. Names of God: El Shaddai, El Elyon, Adonai, Yahweh, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Ra, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Tiskenu, Jehovah Mekish, whatever, Elohim, Quana, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Sabaoth. Look at the different names God got. Jesus is translated from Arabic to English. It actually, because in Arabic they didn't have a J. So again, if why is Jesus only got one name? And you got some people, man, that will fight you tooth and nail. You know, that about the name of Jesus. And I'm just saying, hey, come on, man. It's a lifestyle. When you accept Christ into your life, you turn away from the life you was living. Okay? All right? And you turn away from that sinful lifestyle and start picking up a righteous lifestyle. It's how you live. Okay? It's how you live. All right? Jesus is a lifestyle. God is a lifestyle. Because you can talk God all day long, but if you ain't living God, you lying to yourself. And right now, you got a whole lot of preachers in the pulpit talking God and sleeping with everything they can in the church. They ain't living it. Sleeping with the sheep, preachers. And don't get to the deacons. Don't get to them with all of the women they sleeping with. In church. In church. And let me tell you something. You looking for some easy sex? Go to church. Let me say that again. You looking for some easy sex? Go to church. Go to church. Some of the easiest sex you can find from man or woman is in the church. Because all you got to do is put on a suit and walk in there with one of these on your hand and look halfway decent. Shoot. You blow on them women. Bam! Their legs are bust wide open. Some of the easiest sex you can find is in the church. And that's true. That's God. Tell me I'm lying. Dare you to tell me I'm lying. Because they doing more screwing in church than they are out here in the streets. In the name of Jesus. In the name, and some of them got the nerve to get down and pray before they get into bed. Sit down. Listen to me. Some of them actually got the nerve to get ready and fornicate and get on their knees and pray before they jump and start sinning. Like God gonna bless that. Guilty? 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 Came right out of church and went straight to the bedroom. Straight from church. Wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry for no food. We get the food later. Let me come in here. I want to get this while it's hot. I'm telling you, in church. In church. That's just the reality. And I was an usher too in church, man. And boy, some of them women would come in there and you could, with them dresses on, and you could see their thongs that they had on. And them cheeks were just bouncing, blue-glu, 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 and you could see them thongs through their dress. In church. I'm telling you, man, some of the easiest sex you can find right now, it's in the church. It's in the church. Because them the ones that are the weakest in church. They are the weakest in church. Because they're struggling to try to do right. And some of them ain't figured it out yet. Just that simple. Okay? Well, it's not that the church don't follow God's law. It's the people that's in the church that ain't following God's law. Those are the ones that's not following God's law. It's the people. It's not the church. It's the people. And see and listen, you can say what you want, but that temptation, boy, if you ain't got a strong willpower, man, that temptation will run right over you. If your willpower is weak, temptation will just steamroll right over your behind. I mean, that's the truth. Temptation, and you got so many people playing with temptation. And let me tell you something about temptation. You know why so many people get caught up? Because they don't be honest about their weakness. See, if you don't know nothing else about yourself, you need to know what your weaknesses are. And when you see your weakness, that's what you need to get away from. Let me say that again. See, if it ain't your weakness, it can't tempt you. Let me say that again. If it ain't your weakness, it can't tempt you. It can't encourage you to do nothing if it ain't your weakness. Only your weakness is going to tempt you. And if you ain't being honest about what your weaknesses are, then, buddy, you going to get caught. It's just that simple. You going to get caught. And a lot of people don't want to deal with what their honest weaknesses are. See, they pretend, okay? They pretend. Now, you said you're going to come up here and be quiet. Now, so don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of that now. You said you're going to come up in here and be quiet. But that's the problem. That is the problem, man. Most folk don't even know because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. They are not sincere. Example. Give me an example, Truth Conductor. Okay. If you're a woman and you like tall men that's built a certain way, okay, physically and tall, so you can be looking up like this, that's your weakness. That's your weakness. You know, whatever features about a woman or a man that you like, that's your weakness. That's your weakness. And see, the enemy, that's what they're gonna send you. Exactly what you like. See, when the enemy get ready to trip you up, they ain't gonna send you nothing fat and ugly. They gonna send you what you like. They gonna send you what you like. And when you see what you like coming your way, that's when you need to turn around and run. Because that's your weakness. And you don't want to play with it. And you be real about yourself. Be real with yourself, man, about what it is you want. Be real. And most folk don't want to be real about what they like. And everybody got a preference. Let me say that again. Everybody got a preference. Everybody got a preference. You might have something that and see and this is what I learned. This is what I've learned in as I grew older. My preference was not important, but what I could tolerate was. See, I might get my preference and can't tolerate it. Something about that I can't tolerate. When you talking about falling in love with somebody, it's all about what you can tolerate. It's all about what you can tolerate. When you start talking about love, okay, it's just that simple. Hey, what's going on, Jamie? I'm telling you, it's all about what you can tolerate. See, if you can tolerate somebody that don't clean up behind themselves, you know, or whatever, if you can tolerate that, you got a chance to fall in love. But if you can't tolerate it, you're gonna get away from it. It's gonna get on your nerves. And see, and that person that you can tolerate, man, they can tolerate, get on your nerves all day long, and you can put up with it. Okay? Say he giving me the scripture, 2 Corinthians, what's that? 12:9. Let me see what this is. The thorn in the flesh. And at least I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelation. A thorn in the flesh was given to me. This is Paul that was talking. A messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure. Concerning this thing, I pleaded with the Lord 3 times that it might depart from me. And he said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. But again, you still got to be honest with yourself. And if you ain't honest, see, he said, that's how you're going to know what your thorn is. Because you're being honest with yourself. Your thorn is that weakness. This thorn in his flesh that he's talking, that was his weakness. That was his weakness. That's why it's a thorn. If it ain't a thorn, if it ain't a weakness, it ain't no thorn. Because you can walk right on by that. Don't even pay it no attention. If it ain't no weakness. And I keep telling y'all, ladies, if you want to know if a man has any discipline, watch him when a pretty seductive woman walk by him. Will tell you if a man got some discipline or not. If that pretty seductive woman walk past him and he keeps looking straight ahead, that dude got some discipline. But if he got to follow her as she walk behind, he ain't got no discipline. He ain't got no discipline. Anything can distract him. But that man that got discipline gonna enjoy what's in front of him, and once it past him, he ain't got nothing to look back for. Because he's watching where he's going. But see, when you looking back, you ain't paying attention to where you going. And you can run into something, or something can run into you because you don't see it coming. Because you're too busy looking back. That's how you can tell a man with discipline. It's just that simple. And you notice, and you can see 2 men in a conversation, and a woman walk by him. If they both got to stop their conversation to look at that woman, they ain't got no discipline. But that man with discipline ain't gonna be distracted. That woman with discipline ain't gonna be distracted. They're not going to be distracted. And the one thing most people suffer from is a lack of discipline. Let me say that again. The one thing most folks suffer from is a lack of discipline. They don't have the discipline. And that's what you got to work on, man. Your discipline. Stop being so easily distracted. Everything ain't for... Listen. Everybody can't drive a Rolls Royce. Everybody can't even afford a Rolls Royce. So why you gonna let any Tom, Dick, and Harry partake of you? Think about that for a minute. If you count yourself as valuable, everybody can't have you. Everybody can't get with you. Everybody can't get with you. Any and everybody can't get with you. And you look at some of these young kids, the first thing they get a little fame and fortune, they want to try to screw every Tom, Dick, and Harry they run into. But wait a minute. If you're special, nah, you can't get none of this. You ain't for everybody. Shit my pants. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Everybody can't get with you, man. And this is what we need to show these young people. Everybody shouldn't be able to have you. Everybody shouldn't be able to get with you. And when you get some money, that's the first thing they're going. Women that laughed at you, or men that laugh, man, they'll be trying to get in your pants. Women that laughed at you be throwing panties at your feet. Because they now know you got some money. And a lot of fellas fall for that. Throw some pants at my feet, throw that shit back at you. I don't want that. Take that shit back. I don't need that. You wasn't throwing them at me when I was broke. Somebody asked me, will I offer tours this Tuesday? No. I suspended my tours. Suspended my tours. Unless you want me to be a step-on guy, I'll do that. But that's what I'm talking about, man. You got to teach people how to treat you. Let me say that again. You have to teach people how to treat you. And sometimes that ain't pleasant. When you teaching folk how you want to be treated, what you will and will not accept, sometimes that ain't pleasant. And there are a lot of folk that are uncomfortable teaching people how to treat them. Simple as that. I mean, hey man, I didn't that's not that wasn't in my title, but I just felt the need to share. Man, stop being available to any and everybody. Stop that. That don't make you special. That don't make you different when you trying to screw everything that you run across. And what's special about that? That's common. That's common. When anybody can have you, that's common. It's common that you want any and everything you see. That's common. Anybody can be common. But when you got some good shit and you keep it to yourself, they'll be beating your door down trying to get it. Cause it ain't easy. It's just that simple. He's worthless. And you got men that are just as big as hoes as women. They want to screw everything that ain't tied down, even if they married. They want it. You got men that way, as well as women. Anything that ain't tied down, they want it. And you want to be with that? No, man. Everybody can't have you. Everybody can't. And if that means you got to be alone, stay by yourself. Because sooner or later, you're going to run across the right one. Okay? James Trump, stop bitching and complaining. Your side, we ain't complaining about nothing. Man, matter of fact, let me get you out of here. You coming in here trying to mess up the vibe. Get gone. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hide that. Get out of here. You messing up the vibe. Ain't nobody complaining. See, that's just fact. See, again, man, January 20th is coming. And you gonna see that's when the shit gonna hit the fan. January 20th. See, it's gonna be real then. And can't nobody fake this. January 20th is coming. It's coming. Okay, somebody's gonna be sworn in as president, whether it's Trump or J.D. Vance. Somebody gonna be sworn in. Okay, somebody gonna be sworn in as president. That's for sure. Okay, and that's when the shit gonna get real. Because now all the talking that you done and everything that you done said, now you got to put up. See, now you're gonna have to put up. And we don't know what is waiting next year. We don't know what's waiting for America next year. We don't know, okay? And besides, the Bible say man has his plans, but God directs his steps. That's what the Bible say. Man make his plans, but God direct his steps. And see, the Republicans got their plans, but what is God's plan? What is God's plan? Because he's going to be the one that's directing their steps. Just that simple. And see, let me share this with you. Let me share this with you. Let me share. If you ain't reading this every day over your children, something is wrong. This is Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High. You know what? I'm gonna read it out of the Message Bible. You who sit down in the high God's presence, spend the night in Shaddai's shadow. Say this: God, you're my refuge. I trust in you and I'm safe. That's right. He rescues you from hidden traps, shield you from deadly hazards. His huge outstretched arms protect you. Under them, you're perfectly safe. His arms fend off all harm. Fear nothing. Not wild wolves in the night, nor flying arrows in the day. Not disease that prowls through the darkness, nor disaster that erupts at high noon. Even though others succumb all around, drop like flies right and left, no harm will even graze you. You will stand untouched. Watch it all from a distance. Watch the wicked turn into corpses. Yes, because God's your refuge, the high God, your very own home. Evil can't come close to you. Harm can't get through the door. He ordered his angels to guard you wherever you go. If you stumble, they'll catch you. Their job is to keep you from falling. You'll walk unharmed among the lions and the snakes and kick the young lion and the serpents from the path. If you hold on to me for dear life, says God, I will get you out of any trouble. I will give you the best of care if you will only get to know and trust me. Call me and I will answer. Be at your side in bad times. I will rescue you, then throw you a party. I will give you a long life, give you a long drink of salvation. Man, that's the 91st Psalm. Okay? That's the 91st Psalm. And if you ain't reading that over your children or your family or your home, see, a lot of this stuff, because it says, listen, this is verse 9 in the King James Version. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. And you worried about COVID. You know how many Christians went and got a COVID shot? And here's the 91st Psalm said, no plague shall come near your dwelling. What you scared of? What you scared of? Think about that. What you scared of? If you trust in God, what you scared of? And then if it don't come true, then he can't be God. If he can't keep his word, he can't be God. He can't be God. If he can't keep his word, what you afraid of? But see, a lot of people don't want to go through the experience. That's what most Christians don't want to go through the experience. They want Smooth sailing. They don't want no bumps in the road, no detours, no roadblocks. They don't want none of that. Well, how you gonna learn if you don't ever get into those things? How you gonna learn? How you gonna grow? How you gonna get stronger if you don't never experience any of that? Think about it. And that's the obligation we have to get stronger. So we can be the light for other people. You can't be the light weak. Let me say that again. You can't be the light weak, because a weak light is just like a flicker. But when you're strong, you're a beacon. They can see you from miles away. When you're strong, they can't see you miles away. When you're weak, they can't see you. And see, just like old no talking Jesse Lee Peterson, he can talk the talk, but he can't walk it. He can't use nothing about his life he can use as an example. He always talking about women, but he ain't got a woman in his life. He give marriage advice, but he ain't got a woman in his life. Ain't married. And he counseling married people. I mean, seriously. I'm getting popular on here. Well, thank you. Thank you, Hefner. Thank you. I mean, serious. Oh, the last 2 nights have been phenomenal. You know, I mean, it's just been phenomenal. And all I try to do, man, is just talk real to people. You know, be real about, I told y'all, man, I'm 71. I done seen some shit. I've been through some shit. And I'm still here. I've been through some shit. I'm still here. Milani Town, I guess that's Hawaii. That click that you just heard was somebody just visit my truthconductor.tv. Every time I get a visitor, it signals me and let me know. You know? And again, man, like I said, I'm not perfect. A lot of stuff we ain't gonna agree on. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna cheat you. And I ain't gonna steal from you. I'll be straight up with you. If I can't help you, I'm not gonna hurt you. Now that don't mean I won't cuss your ass out. Let's be clear about that now. That don't mean I won't cuss you out. If you get out of line, I will cuss you out. But man, I ain't gonna take advantage of nobody. Cause you know, I know how it is. See, I told y'all, I haven't, it's been 5 years since I have seen my wife. 5 years. And we've been married 5 years. We were only together for like 2-3 months before she went back to the Philippines. And I could be, right now, man, I could be screwing out of both legs. But God ain't gonna bless that. God ain't gonna bless that. He ain't gonna bless it. And I know he ain't gonna bless it. So if I'm gonna be an example, how come I can't suck it up and walk in my discipline and stay away from that temptation? That's all I got to do. Stay away from that temptation. And I see women come down to the White House, be trying to flirt, man. I give them the cold shoulder. I'm sorry. I ain't interested. I don't even bite. They come with they said, how you doing? I'm good. And keep looking at my phone. You get the message. I ain't interested. Okay? And that's what because I'm determined, man, however long it take for me to get something to work, I'm gonna keep my head down and keep trying my ideas. And one day I'm gonna be able to hook up with my wife, rich. And I wanna see what that's like with nothing in between us. No, I ain't worried about her. I ain't worried about her. I have to keep tabs on myself. Okay? I have to keep tabs on me. That's who I'm keeping tabs on. So I got to make sure my shit is straight. That's what I'm doing. Let me keep my shit straight. And we hook up and find out that I'm wrong. Man, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But at least I did my part and God can bless me. But I believe God will restore everything about my marriage that I think I done missed. I believe God will restore everything about it. And that's what I believe. But I can't believe God is going to restore everything in my marriage and walk around here screwing everything that's not nailed down. God ain't going to honor that. God ain't, and I know he ain't going to honor that. Okay? I know he ain't going to honor that. So I got to, this guy said, somebody, Era said they $13 billion thing vanished. I just saw that. $13 billion. You know how much money that is that just gone? 13 billion gone. Shit. And you got to start over again. And you think you got problems? You think you got $13 billion vanished? Gone. Oh no. And see, and I'm telling y'all, man, listen. If you can't do nothing else, walk in your integrity. Didn't say you were perfect. When you walk in your integrity, you ain't gonna take advantage of nobody. When you walk in your integrity, you ain't gonna steal, you ain't gonna cheat, you ain't gonna lie. When you walk in your integrity, okay? That's what it means. Didn't say you were perfect. Didn't say you wouldn't cuss a joke. Didn't say you wouldn't get mad. Okay? It didn't say that. But it says when you walk in your integrity, you ain't gonna take advantage of nobody. And see, and that's what you know when you walk in your integrity and the store clerk give you back more change than you should get, then you ain't gonna count that as no blessing. You're gonna say, hey, you made a mistake. When you walk in your integrity and you see somebody drop something that's valuable, hey, you dropped this. I got on the train the other day and this guy was sitting there drinking a beer and dropped this money on the floor. And he didn't even know it was down there. And I walked to him, hey man, hey bro, look, you done drop your money, man. Get your money. Get your money. During COVID, this wallet right here, I dropped it. I went to Home Depot in Prince George's County, Maryland. All black county. Dropped this wallet with $400 in it. And because I had a shirt on, and when I thought I put it in my shirt pocket, I missed the pocket and it fell on the ground and somebody found my wallet and took it to Lost and Found. When I realized I lost I panicked. And I was running around to try to get my cars changed and everything was closed. So Spirit of God said, go back to Lost and Found. So I get back to go back to the Home Depot and saw this young kid out working. I said, man, do y'all have a lost and found? He said, sir, I don't know. This is my first day. Well, the devil said, oh, see, he don't know. And Spirit of God said, go inside and ask. And I went to customer service. I said, ma'am, do y'all have a lost and found? She said, yes, we do. I said, I dropped my wallet. What's your name? Don Folden. I got it right here. Here's your wallet, sir. Get my wallet. $400 still in my wallet. And this was during COVID. My $400 was still in the wallet. So there was a young lady working the cash register right there. My wallet's sitting right down there. She see the money. And I said, you know what? You could have took my money, but here's $20. Go buy yourself something. Go get something for yourself. I'm gonna treat you to dinner because my wallet was right there. And you could have took all my money and gave her $20. Didn't have to. And see, and those are the kind of things, man, that'll keep coming back to you. And see, and let me tell you something. See, doing good is not necessarily for you. That could be for some grandkids you'll never see. Some of your great grandkids can find themselves in the same situation, and your good deed is what they gonna reap. Somebody gonna treat them the way you treated somebody else, and they don't even know it. Right now, you are benefiting from some good deeds, man. Your great grandmama, mama, or daddy did, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it that you are still, because listen, that stuff is going to fall on, good or bad, it's going to fall on your bloodline. You do good, it's going to fall on your bloodline. If you don't get it, somebody in your bloodline is going to get it. Just like the bad that you do, you might not get it, but somebody in your bloodline going to get it. And that's the truth. See, now I'm talking like this, everybody gone. See, they don't want to hear that. Okay? They want some gossip or some other stuff, but I'm trying to tell y'all the truth, man. See, and this is what we're going to have to get back to, man. You know, people ask me, what is the truth? Say what you mean what you say. That's the truth. Let me say that again. A lot of people ask me, what is the truth? Say what you mean what you say. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? It's just that simple. Say what you mean what you say. And this is what we need to get back to. All right? Hey, man, listen, I've been on here an hour and a half, and thank y'all for coming. You know, I won't be getting the thousands of views that I've been getting the past 2 nights and today, but I'll take what I can get, buddy. I'll take it. Today was I said, hold on, let me show you. Let me show y'all this. This was one of them days where you just have to chalk it up. And I got down at the White House at 10:30 this morning, and I left at 4:30. Booyah! What's going on? All right. Thank you for joining me. And from 10:30 to 4:30, let's see, here go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13 is all the donations that I received today. 13 bucks. And I still sat there, entertained them with my music. Dude, matter of fact, I started playing some jazz. See, and show you how, every morning that I get ready to walk out my door, you know, I thank God for safe passage for me, my children, my grandchildren, my wife and her family. Every day I walk out my door, thank you, Lord, for safe passage for me, my children, my grandchildren, my wife and her family. And when I was leaving today, I'm in Lafayette Park, and I just God just showed me, like, you know, they ain't got no signs up about what's going on. So why don't you sit there and tell the people what's going on? Earn your way into this park. And you know, and I just started earning my way in that park by telling people, you know, what was going on, how long the fence was going to be there, what they was erecting, how long the fence was going to be there, right? And then I found out that they had the People's House. And I called them up and I said, do you have walk-up tickets? Yes, we have plenty of walk-up tickets every day. So I started telling people, listen, if you're disappointed with this White House experience, why don't you go to the People's House Visitor Center at 17th and Penn? Okay, go there. And it replaced, and I said, you know, and somebody, and this is how God worked. White guy standing behind me, that goddamn Joe Biden, look, he done fenced off the White House. He don't want nobody going to fence. I turned around and said, man, that's a lie. I said, the fence is up because they don't want you walking through the construction. That's why the fence is up. And once they finish it, they don't want nobody coming in and trying to sabotage it. And then I think, well, shit, it's some more people just like him. And I started telling people, fence ain't up because of no political reason. It's up for safety and security. So park police, stop messing with me because I'm helping them. And I was leaving today, and I was playing jazz. I was nice smooth jazz for the evening, you know, in the park. And this park police officer, she was on her bike. She came up and she said, "Sir, I got to tell you, I really appreciate the peace that you bring with your music. I really appreciate the peace that you bring with your music." She said, because music will soothe the savage soul. This is a young white girl telling me this. And I said, ma'am, I'm trying. She said, no, you ain't trying. You doing. She said, you ain't trying. You doing it. You know, and, you know, and I said, thank you, Lord, for the $13. Could have been nothing. And come Sunday, I'm still going to be able to pay my hotel rent. Come Sunday, I'm still going to be able to pay my hotel. I am. And they've been kicking my butt all week with donations. Kicking my butt. But I still sit there every day. I don't not go down there. I don't work on Saturdays because that's my day of rest. I follow the calendar from Sunday to Saturday. Saturday is the Sabbath to me, where the first day of the week is the Sabbath to the world. But I just follow my calendar. But come Sunday, shit, I'll be right back down there, buddy. Be right back down there playing my music. And if they don't put nothing in the bucket, man. And I said, you know, Lord, why Why do people, he said, they just miss an opportunity to be a blessing? Don't worry about them. Because one day they're going to hear your story and they're going to feel sorry that they had the chance and they'll never get it again. See, once I succeed, I don't need your money. See, once I get to, and then and see, I know God got His hands on this because at one point I was playing some Christmas music, and I didn't know, I couldn't remember if this lady was Chinese, Korean, or Japanese, but it's a beautiful song and a Christmas song, and I was playing it, and this guy walked up from Japan. He said, "That's Japanese." And he said, "How long you been here?" And I told him, he said, "Look, I'm a reporter from Japan, and I would love to tell about this experience. Can I interview you?" I said, "Absolutely. Absolutely, you can interview me." From Japan. And I told him, I said, "Man, I want to go to Japan because Japan makes some of the best suits in the world. I want to go there. I want to go to Japan." And see, and sometimes, man, you can't, even though it looked like stuff ain't working out, you don't know how God is moving. See, that's what I have to keep reminding myself, because I know God got His hands on what I'm doing down there in that park. I know God got His hands on it. Because some of this stuff, I can't know. I mean, I tell people where they're from when they come up. You from? I had two white guys yesterday come up and said, "Can we play some music?" I said, "You from Denmark?" They said, "How you know that?" I said, "It's a gift. It's just a gift. It's a gift." And I be telling people where they from and play their music. It's a gift. I can't explain it, but I just, whatever falls into my spirit, that's what it is. And I don't question it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But most of the time, I'm right. So I'm saying all that to say, man, sometimes you're going to be going through some stuff. See, because adversity guards the door to success. Let me say that again. Adversity guards the door to success. If success was so easy, how come everybody ain't successful? Let me ask that question again. If success was so easy, how come everybody ain't successful? Because when you get too close to the door, man, that's when shit gonna start going haywire. When you only get $13 because you're close to the door of success. And it wants you to turn to be discouraged and quit. And I said, I ain't quitting. I ain't quitting. I ain't quitting. I'm gonna hang right in here with this. I had a guy yesterday. I'm gonna tell you his name. Hold on. Esteban Portillo, number one husband. Esteban, man, sent me $44 yesterday on Cash App. And I needed a new bib suit, because the one I got is like dingy, it's blue. And I just ordered a new bib suit yesterday from Bass Pro Shop. Just ordered it yesterday. And he turned around and sent me $44. And the suit cost $49. I just ordered it yesterday. And he sent me $44 on Cash App. Sure did. And I just said, Lord, I'm just gonna believe. That's all I can do is believe. And if good people can walk by me and look and agree with my message and still don't want to support me financially, that's their loss. See, everybody agree with this message. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Everybody. I haven't met a person yet that came up and said, man, I don't agree with that. Everybody agree with that message all over the world. That message, I can put that message in any language all over the world and it would fit. Yet, no sponsors are beating down my door. And I got that message all over the world. And if you think I'm lying, Google stop hating each other. Because don't Google my name. Don't Google True Conductor. Google stop hating each other because you disagree and put it on images and see what you see. Matter of fact, let me show you. Let me show you so you won't think I'm lying. I'm just gonna Google stop hating each other. Okay? And put it on images. And look what you're gonna find. Look what you'll find. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Look what you'll find. Look what you'll find. Okay? That's just Googling, stop hating each other because you disagree. Look at what you find. What is that? I ain't never seen that one. Okay. McGill, all right? But look what you'll find. Look what you'll find. Okay? That's what you'll find. That's just Googling, stop hating each other because you disagree. That's not True Conductor. That's not Don Folden, my name. And that's just stop hating each other because you disagree. So it's all over the world. It's all over the world. I got that message all over the world because God showed me, man, just start playing the national anthems with other countries, and whether they put money in your bucket or not, they still gonna be sending your message all over the world, which is worth more than that dollar that they're gonna put in the bucket. That's why I stopped getting mad. That's why I stopped getting upset, man. People ask me, play, they not playing, and they don't say thank you and just walk off, but you sent my message all over the world. I'm good with that. I'll accept that. And I just keep doing what I'm doing. But you gotta be wise, man. Doing what you do. Work smarter, not harder. See, and all I'm doing, I figured out that the White House in Washington, D.C. is where the world meets. I'm playing, I can have a person and say, I can be playing the national anthem for Argentina for a person standing to me, and then somebody in the crowd will come up and say, that's my national anthem. I said, Argentina, meet Argentina. And it never fails. I'd be playing the national anthem of a country, and somebody else from that country is at the White House at the same time, and the only reason they knew they were there at the same, because I'm playing their national anthem. That's how powerful music is. That's how powerful music is. Matter of fact, when King Saul was upset, David used music when he got his heart, man, to calm him down. Music is powerful, man. Music is powerful if you use it right. And you notice that all of the music in my community is talking about killing each other and what we getting. That's all they doing is killing each other because of the music that they listening to. That's what it glorifies. Death, drugs, and sex. That's what the music glorifies. And that's what they get caught up in. So I just try to use it as a positive. But I'm showing y'all, sometimes, man, you're gonna have some rough days. And you got to take that on the chin and come home and start all over again. Get up for the next day. That's what you got to do. Giving up is not an option. And my wife would say, honey, why don't you why don't you this guy. This is the cowboy for Trump. I had him at the courthouse. I don't put the work in. I don't put the work in. And see, and let me show you. And uh Wednesday, Thursday, and today, uh God told me, put on your new hat that you got and put a vest on that ain't faded. So let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. See, this you see this hat right here? Now look at this hat. See the difference? You see how faded this hat is? All right, you see my vest? Let me show you something. You see how faded these are? You see how faded they are? And God told me, no, don't you wait next week. When it get cold, you put that on. But today, put your new hat on. Put your new hat on. See the difference? Let me show you the difference. See the difference? Washington, D.C. just went to my truthconductor.tv. See the difference? See? So, I just, when God give me a suggestion, man, I don't question it. And I got a whole bunch of interviews, man, from Australia, Germany, a couple other Poland. Got a whole bunch of interviews, man. And I didn't look dingy. Didn't look dingy. And that don't even count the people that was taking pictures of me behind my back. Cause Pete Sosa, Obama's photographer, took some pictures. Man, that's when I was doing bad when he took the pictures. Oh, it's just me talking, man, going through the stuff that I've gone through. That's what I be talking about. There's another another Washington D.C. I just be talking about some stuff that I've been going through, man. I just behind the scenes, kind of. You know, I had this guy that was supposed to build me an app, and I was advertising the app, and he had a problem with that, and ended up sent you a message. Keep conducting the truth. Okay, thank you. Um, uh, he got an attitude because I was trying to promote the app that he was building, and ended up taking my domain. And thank you, Hefner. Thank you. A strip mall in Hawaii. Wow, thank you. And and I ended up getting my truthconductor.tv back. I got it back. So when I get some money, I'll get somebody to make me an app. Cause I got my truthconductor.tv. I got it. My own television station. I got it. I just gotta get some money. To once I can see the rising tide raise all ships. So the rising tide is money. So once I get money, not only can I get me a van for my Black History tours, I can get me some buses for my hop on, hop off shuttle. I got True Conductor brand. I got I don't know some of y'all saw this, but I used to have this shop called the African Tabletop back in 2000. Jim Rowland, the late Jim Rowland, designed these dishes, and I said, "Man, you need to get a showroom." He said, "You get one. I put dishes in it." And in tw- 2020, the African Tabletop came back. The name came back, and I bought the domain name. And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna design my own dinnerware. These are flag colors, and these are African prints that I'm gonna put on plates." And people say, that's on paper. Well, everything you got start on paper. At least I got it started. So these are the prints that I'm gonna use, man. This is my idea. I'm gonna make this happen in 2025. I'm gonna launch the African Tabletop. I'm gonna launch those. I'm gonna launch them. And this is Janami. That means God is. Okay. That's an Adinkra symbol. And this is Ethiopia, right? Oh, and a couple other countries got these same flag colors. So that's what I'm gonna do. Should give me some money. I got plenty of positive ideas that I can put that money to work. Okay, I can put that and see, and this is the problem that most folk, when they get an idea, when they get some money, they don't have ideas of their own to create. They have to go to somebody else with an idea and invest in that. But man, get your own ideas. So when you do get some cash, you can develop your own ideas. You ain't got to be following nobody else. And that's all I'm trying to do. Is if I get my hands on some money, I got ideas and that's gonna be American made too, made in America. That's not going to China. That dinnerware is gonna be made right here in America. It's gonna create American jobs. That ain't creating nothing in China. Okay, see that's what I'm gonna do. So excuse me. Create you some ideas, man. Whether you got the money to implement them or not, create them. So when you do get your hands on some money, you can hit the ground running. And that's the mistake most folk don't want to do. They don't want to create nothing, no idea. See, idea, this is the thing about an idea. Here's an example. Here's an example. See, the plate is the idea, the dinnerware. But behind this idea is also accessories. See, I haven't even developed the accessories that's got to go with this. See, I don't know what direction it will lead me in as far as accessories. But this got to have accessories. See, so an idea is just a door. You on one side, and you got a whole bunch of other stuff that's on the other side that you haven't even discovered. And listen to me. If you end up where you started out at, you didn't grow. Let me say that again. If you end up where you started out at, you didn't grow. You didn't grow. You wasted your time. You wasted your time. If you end up where you started out at, you wasted your time. And all ideas grow. Let me say that again. All ideas grow. You start on one thing and you look up, man, you off into something. It's done led you to something else because there are different veins to that idea, different rules to that idea. that you're going to come across as you pursuing it. That's why you can't be afraid of your ideas. All right? Stop being afraid of your ideas. Just because you ain't got no money don't mean you can't embrace it. How you going to embrace? When I got the African tabletop, man, this is my stimulus check. I embraced it. I put it on paper. I put it on paper. I embraced it. And see, when you start embracing ideas, they will always come to you. Let me say that again. When you start embracing your ideas, the ideas will always come to you because they know when they come to you, you're going to give them some attention. See, you ain't going to dismiss them. How many times have you seen an idea and you say, oh, I thought of that because it came to you first and you didn't embrace it and it went to somebody else? That's what ideas are very possessive. When they come to you, they want attention. And if you ain't willing to give it attention, it'll go to somebody else. And you'll look up one day, man, I thought of that. You sure did. It came because it came to you first. And you didn't embrace it. And see, and you'll begin to know when you embrace your idea whether it's for you or not. You'll know. You'll know. But if you start embracing your ideas, man, ideas will always come to you because they know they want attention. That's what, when an idea comes to you, it's looking for attention. And most of y'all, and let me tell you how you recognize an idea. This how you because this is what's gonna come out. You know, somebody should be doing that idea just presented itself to you. Because you said somebody should be doing it, and it just presented itself to you. It just presented itself, and you said somebody should be doing this. How come you ain't doing it? How come you don't do it? Think about it. Why you don't do it? It came to you. Why you don't do it? I ain't got no, because you're scared. You're scared. You're scared to fail. And if you never fail, you'll never learn nothing. Let me say that shit again. If you never fail, you'll never learn nothing. You'll never learn nothing. If you never fail, and most of y'all scared to learn because you don't want to fail. And you don't want to learn nothing because you're scared. That's all fear gonna do is keep you in bondage because you're scared to fail. And you're saying, oh man, I don't want to learn nothing. I want to stay right here in my comfort zone. I'm happy and content in my comfort zone. When you're scared to fail, you're just happy and content. Just that simple. Just that simple. Man, when I first did my tours, I used to be on viatour.com. I was the only Black History tour in DC on a website. And I was directing people to them. And I happened to ask the young lady that was in charge of me, how do I get my tours in this algorithm of y'all advertising tours in DC? And the typical white girl says something corny. And I said, take my shit down. Take my shit down right now. Mr. Folding my ass. Take my shit down now. And I had the honor. Well, it depends, Steve. It depends on the market. See, Uber and Lyft destroyed a lot of the transportation business. That's why I got in the tour business. When I left Metro, man, I was doing Capital Buddy tours. My caddy was my car. Then I ended up getting first I got a Ford Transit, 12 passenger. Then I got a 15 passenger Mercedes Sprinter, and ended up getting both of them repossessed. Okay, I ended up getting both of them repossessed, and God still helped me stay in business. So it all depends, man, what the market is. All depends. All depends upon the market. You know, but to tell y'all the story, so I had to honor my tours in that was in the pipeline that people had already paid for. And I just started, that's when I developed Capital Buddy Tours. Capital Buddy Tour. And then how I got I had Capital Buddy Tours and I had DC Black Tours. And I connected DC Black Tours to Capital Buddy Tours. And one day I was in New York, and I had to sign DCBlackTours.com, and somebody tried to steal the name. And this black guy said, man, I captured that name because they was gonna take it from you. And he gave me the password and everything. And that's how I got DC Black Tours on Twitter, because somebody captured it for me. Because folk were they was all over that shit. Cause I was out there, man. I mean, I wasn't, man. Let me show y'all. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. These are some of the complaints. These are some of the things that. Hold on a second here. Where we at? See, this was my caddy right here. This was my caddy. This was my caddy. You know how I got this car? When I lost my job at Metro, I just went to church and started serving. And this guy came up to me and said, man, I want to help you go in business. He said, here's the address. I got this car. Go and look at it. Told me how to walk down in the garage. And next Sunday, tell me what you think about it. He was in the funeral business. This was the last year of the big bodies. A 1996 Fleetwood with 21,000 miles on it, right? So garage kept. So I go down and I look at the cat and I come out, I said, Phil, that's a limo. He said, no, that's all I got. He said, but I tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell it to you for $5,000. And not only am I gonna sell it to you, call this guy and tell him to work out some payments for you. That's how I got this caddy, man. I paid $5,000 for this car right here. And still got it. Still got it. She needs some work, but I still got it. Still got it. Yes, I do. I'm trying to get some of these. I got them in here somewhere. Or do I? Maybe I don't. Read some of the stuff, man, that people were saying about me. What's on my website? All of that stuff is on my website. It's on my website. I used to have. I gotta find that. See, look. Remember I was telling you, this was first night Trump was elected, 2017. You see, I'm sending people to Viator.com. And see, at the time, I hadn't discovered to make my sign. Hold on. time, I hadn't discovered to make my sign like this. Okay, I hadn't discovered this size. I was doing this size. Okay, I was doing this side, but when I was doing this side, I just had one stick that I nailed the sign on, and and when the wind blow, it would bend and all this stuff. And then when I did this, I got a cross in here. I got this pole, and I got a pole to keep it from bending. See, that's what, remember, if your ideas are not growing in your mind, they're dead. Okay? All right? They dead. All right? It's just, yeah, I'm the guy, David. I'm the guy that plays the national anthems at the White House. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. See, here I am. Here I am behind Roger Stone. This me. This me behind Roger Stone. I took this, because a lot of people thought that, Roger would, man, I would jump in his group and wouldn't give a shit. Jump right behind him and wouldn't give a shit. And his lawyer would be, man, can you get over? No, I ain't moving. I'm standing right behind him. I ain't moving. I'm staying right here. Okay? And man, I got so much hate for doing stuff like that. See, this is the mother of all rallies. Trump, he just got a, and I was so, see, my sleeve is rolled up right here, cause my arm, I got a patch on my arm right here, cause I had got burned, and I went down there, and I was mad anyway. I said, I want them to fuck with me, because if they do, they gonna bring attention to the guy that had this DC Black History Night Tour sign. I wanted them to mess with me. And see, and they pledging an allegiance, and I got down and kneeled in the middle of them. In the Trump rally, I'm kneeling. I'm kneeling while they doing the Pledge of Allegiance, because I was looking for trouble. I went down there looking for trouble, but yeah, because it's going to bring attention to my sign. It's going to bring attention to it. Because they going to say, man, they was messing with that guy with the bleed. Because I'm trying to, whatever way I can get some attention, man, free, shit, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on some free attention. I'm on it. I ain't scared. And I've had to cuss some photographers out. Someone talking about, don't, man, fuck you. You barking up the right tree. Fuck you. I'm in your shot. Now what you gonna do? And they used to crop me out and do everything. And one day it was real cold. And I was heading to the White House. Spirit of God said, take some donuts and coffee with you today. That's what you do. Take some donut and coffee. And I went to Dunkin' Donuts, okay, and bought 2 dozen donuts, one for each side, and 2 boxes of coffee. And from that day to this, I ain't never had no more problems with them photographers trying. Man, in fact, you see a lot with Rudy Giuliani. I'm behind him all the time. Peter Navarro, I be behind them all the time. And see, and I'd be dead and gone, man. And when they start talking about them, and I'd still be standing there with my sign, stop hating each other because you disagree, right behind them. I sure will. I sure will, man. And sometimes they might just show my hat or just show my name. True conductor. I'm serious. And that's how I did it. And see, and you cannot be afraid of the moment. Let me say that again. Because you ain't going to get it but once. And you can't be afraid. And see, and once you start doing it, you're going to start getting more courage, and then you start getting more courage. Man, when I first started going to the courthouse, man, my stick was at least almost 7 feet tall. At least because I wanted to be able to hold it up so over everybody. But then I realized that that's how they was cropping me out. So I said, now let me cut my stick down and let me show you what I did. When I cut my stick down, I said I'm gonna cut it so that I can at least stand over it. Okay? Now at least this low, you still gonna get me. Okay? If I have to bring it down this low, and then if I'm standing behind you, I'm gonna bring it right to the top of my head. See, I had to learn that. Okay, that when I'm standing behind people with this sign, I got to stand here right over my head. They can't get. And one day, I was leaving the White House, and this white guy came up and he said, "You the man with the stick?" I said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "Hold on, y'all." He said, "You need to get a smaller sign." That's when I came up with this one. That's when I came up with this one. He said, "Get a smaller sign, man, because they cropping you out." And that's when I came up with this one. That's why I went and reduced the sign. I said, "Oh, that's right. Let me get a smaller sign." And Peter Navarro, Rudy Giuliani, you see me with the sign. You see me holding it. Matter of fact, if you ever see the video where these two ladies that sued Rudy Giuliani was at the courthouse, and I was on the one side when Rudy left. I went around where they were, and I guess the security guard didn't want me to get into the shots. If he had left me alone, I would have just been standing there with my sign like this here. But see, what that idiot didn't know was that he made me become animated in the background. So now people see the commotion that's going on in the background, and I did it on purpose because I knew that if I started getting animated with him, people ain't gonna be paying attention to what she's saying. They're gonna be looking at what's going on with that guy with that sign. All he did was made me get more attention. That's all he did. And if you go back and watch it, when them two women were at DC courthouse talking about their victory, you'll see me in the background with the security guard, and I got up in his face too. Man, fuck you. You ain't gonna say, how you gonna say? And I just started moving around because I knew that was what was gonna get people's attention. See, you got to, again, it's a once in a lifetime moment, man, and you can't be scared. You cannot be afraid. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to learn. Get out there, get in it. You'll learn something. You'll learn something, man. And if you don't learn nothing, it ain't for you. Let me say that again. If you don't learn nothing, it ain't for you. It's not for you. But if it's for you, man, you always gonna be getting ideas. Your ideas always gonna grow in your mind. Truth Conductor, how does an idea grow in my mind? Because you'll be seeing different expressions of it. That's when it's growing. See, an idea is always gonna come to you in finished form. Let me say that again. An idea is always going to come to you in a finished form. What do you mean? It's going to show you how much money man, if you embrace, look how much money you going to make. Look how famous you going to be if you embrace me. That's what an idea is going to, it ain't going to show you where the roadblocks are. It ain't going to show you the detours. It ain't going to show you the hazards. It ain't going to show you none of that. See, you're going to find all that out once you start pursuing it. But it's going to come to you in finished form to show you, man, if you embrace, man, look what you can get. Look how rich you're gonna be. Look at it. And the Washington Post in 2018 did an article on me in the Washington Post magazine, and I just knew that that I was on. Man, that my business was gonna jump, and my business, bam, fell just like a rock. I ain't get no play off that article. None. And what was so crazy was I had to when I went down to take the pictures for the for the for the for the for the article, I had to ride my bicycle. I just found this. I don't know what I was doing on my computer, but I just happened to run across this. Say people also ask, who is Don Folden? From street vending to running for political office, Don Folden came to DC a young man and ended up making history and building a legacy. He's a role model for the community as a black, upstanding, outspoken businessman. This is the picture that came up right here. This is what came up, and this is the night. This is the night Trump won right here. Amen. This is the night Trump won. Right here. I'm right in front of his hotel. Right in front of his hotel when he won that first time he won president. And that's when I got my idea, guerrilla warfare marketing. I got out my car. All I heard was guerrilla warfare marketing. Didn't know what it was or none of that. And then about a week later, free marketing when the world is watching. Guerrilla warfare marketing. See, any idea that's for you, you also gonna be able to define it. If you can't define it, it ain't for you. Let me say that again. If an idea come to you and you can't define it, it ain't for you. It's for somebody else. It's for somebody else. Just that simple. And that's what I still try to, man, I just pay attention to my ideas. Thought come to me, I don't even question it. I just do it. And if it ain't for me, I'll know. And usually, if it ain't for you, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna come together anyway. If it ain't for you, it ain't coming together. But if it's for you, man, that shit gonna come together. It's gonna gel. It's gonna gel. Just like that. All right? All right. Somebody asked me, do I support RFK? Some of his ideas, I think he got some good ideas. I don't support all his nonsense. But there are some things that I can support. I could get behind. There's some things I could get behind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's some things I could get behind. I'm gonna show you something. And I actually had these people to reach out to me. I came up with this idea right here. Make your next destination Dubai. I came up with that idea and put it on social media, and they actually reached out to me. And I shut it out because, that's what make your next destination. And you know what I did today? Everybody that I saw going live, I had the song, Habibi, come to Dubai. And I just played that song over and over in the background. So somebody from Dubai gonna hear it. I just wait till somebody go live because you can't edit live. And I just let the song play over and over again. Habibi, come to Dubai in front of the White House. in front of the White House. That's what I did. And wouldn't that be some shit if the buyer said, hey, come on, man, we're going to give you a free trip since you giving us all this advertising free. Come on over here. That's what you got to do, man. Don't be scared to try your ideas. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, because you'll learn something. You'll learn something, and you don't know where that idea gonna take you. That's the most important thing. You don't know where your idea gonna take you. All right? Hey, man, I hope somebody got something out of this. I hope. I'm off topic, but I hope this helps somebody that's been procrastinating on an idea. And see, now's the time for you to be trying to get your own ideas to fall back on. Instead of trying to fall back on somebody else's idea, make somebody else rich, why not get rid of the middleman and make it your idea? Because they started just like you, from nothing. Only different is they stuck with theirs. But they started from nothing and just kept at it until they got a break. Remember, a rising tide raise all ships, big and small. Rising tide raise all ships. Get you some ideas ready, so when your tide come in, your money, you got something to do. You can create your own generational wealth. See this is generational wealth right here. I can pass this down to my kids, my grandkids, my great-great-great-grandkids. All I got to do is make it successful, and they'll be able to live off of it. Just this idea alone will generations can live off of. All I got to do is make it successful. That's how you create generational wealth, with your own ideas, instead of trying to copy off somebody else. Because anytime you copy, you ain't an original. Be original with your own and stop being scared. Okay? Anybody got any questions, man? I'd be happy to answer anything. If you got some questions, just let me. I got 8 people up in here. Man, if y'all got some questions, let me know, man. I'll answer them. Be glad to answer them for you. Be glad to answer them for you. Okay? And I'm telling you from my experience. See, and the biggest thing you're going to have to overcome is fear of what somebody going to think and what they going to say. Don't matter. It don't matter what they going to think and what they going to say. Because at the end of the day, man, you'll be down in history. Look. Let me show you. Look here. There's Roger Stone. There's Roger Stone right there. They show this picture 100 years from now, I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right there. I'll be right there. This is what Paul, what was his name? What's that guy? Here is the general, Mike Flynn, and his wife. There's Mike Flynn and his wife, right there. Just getting out the car. Paul Manafort. There's his lawyers are right there. Look at me in the background. Okay, they're out in Virginia, and here is late Jim Brown. He going to the White House to meet Trump. I'm standing right there with him in the background. And see, and that's what you got to do, man. Place yourself in the background. Place yourself in the background. Let me see who else I got in here. There's Peter Navarro. See, I got my small sign on him. There he is right there. And see, that's on MSNBC. And see, that's another thing, man. When you get out here and do stuff like this, especially when you're dealing with a lot of media, man, you got to comb through the media and see what videos you can find. All this is a snapshot of a video. You know, I just be click, 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 click till I get the right one that I like. Okay. Let me see who else I got in here. And y'all know him. This Jon Stewart. I went up on Capitol Hill and saw him. There he is right there. That's Jon Stewart. See, so you can't be afraid of the moment, man. And see, look, there's Rudy Giuliani. Right there. There's Rudy. And I'm showing you when they crop me, look, see, you barely could see Truth Conductor. See, they crop me, but you still can make my name out. Still can make my name out. And this guy, his lawyer, tried to put his book back on. Man, get that fucking shit out of the way. Get that shit out of my way. And he got straight too. No, I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. And Bernstein and them two guys that did Watergate. Right there. They came to the White House. I said, man, can I get a picture with y'all? They said, sure. We like the message. Sure. Oh, here we go. That look, there they go. There they go right there. There they go. See him? Them two women that's suing Giuliani. Right there. There they are right there. You see me in the background. I'm there. Somebody, Japan. It's Japan. I was just talking about Japan. Japan just visited my site. Japan. Told y'all, man, I'm probably an international star and don't even know it. I'm probably an international star and don't even know it. That's for real. Oh, and this is my boy Steve Bannon. That old Steve. Right there. That's him. I be on them cats, man. I be on them cats, and don't mess with me either. See, this is Pence, chief of staff, coming out of court. That's Mike Pence's chief of staff right there. See who else I got in here. The QAnon shaman. That's his lawyer. The guy that had the hat and stuff on in the Capitol. That's his lawyer right there. So and I would just keep up with what was going on at the court and be right on top of that, man. Be right on top of them. Sure would. Be right on top of them. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Show is you ain't gonna get it again. And that's my grandmama, man. That's the only picture I got with my grandmother right there. I just crossed the burning sands. And my grandmama said, boy, you full of shit. That's the only picture, man, I got with my grandmama right there. She raised me. That's my grandmama right there. That's the only picture I got with her. The only picture. Only picture I got with me. Oh. Let me see. Can I find that? I had an article. Oh, see this is when I ran for mayor. Right here. That's when I ran for mayor of DC. See, I had hair then. Let me see what else I got in here, man. Y'all know this guy. Y'all know him. New Zealand is in the house. I don't know, somebody doing something, boy, that I'm getting all these hits on my. But that's the Democratic poster right there. Went to LSU. He be in Alexandria all the time. And see, there's Letitia James, right there. Look who's in the background. I'm in the background right there. She going in courthouse, and I'm right there in the background, showing and right there. And y'all know this guy. I know you know this guy. My pillow, Mike Lindell. You see, I got a different font. You see, then my sign had a different font on it. Okay, what was I advertising? truthconductor.tv on that sign. That's what, and this is the guy that, the Steele dossier guy right here, man. I was just driving by and saw the cameras, and I said, "Oh shit, he's here!" And he actually thanked me. He said, "Man, thank you for showing up." But see, that's history right there. That's history. That's the Russian guy. He from Russia. See, I'm right behind him. Once again, uh, when 100 years from now, man, they'll be showing this stuff, and I'll still be right there. I'll be right there. And this is one of my favorites right here. This is one of my favorites. This is I'm following Paul Manafort's lawyer. We had stood out at the courthouse for about 5 or 6 hours. And this guy walk up to the mic and say, "I ain't got nothing to say," and start walking up. I said, "What the fuck? What? You gonna do what?" And when he start walking, shit, I said, "I'm walking with your ass." And see, this photographer is actually falling. He tripped over the sidewalk. He's falling. And you see, I'm walking right behind his ass. I'm right behind him. Okay? That guy right there that I'm following, that's Paul Manafort's lawyer. When he took off walking, I said, "I'm gonna walk with you. I'm walking with your ass." Okay? Tanya, what's going on? James Carville, that's his name. Yeah, that was him. That was him. Yeah, man. So I'm just telling y'all that sometimes you can't be afraid. You just can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You got to get out there, and one day I'm gonna be able to show y'all my wife. One day, and see, look, this is uh, uh, the Trump's they that this guy it's in New York. See, there again, I got a different font on my sign. Okay, who is this? Barrick, Trump's CEO or CFO. That's his CFO. That they had. Man, let me go up there. I got behind him. You know, why not? Why not? And see, and to show you, uh, there again, you got to get in position. This is in New York, and I saw the camera going live, and I got right behind them. And after a while, if you do it enough, you know how to position yourself properly. You know where to put your sign so over their shoulder so you can be in the shot. You just you'll learn those things, man. As you go along, you'll learn them. But if you don't never try, you'll never make make a mistake. You'll never learn. You'll never learn, and that's what most of y'all. This is what made me run for mayor. I was a street vendor, and I was fighting the corruption in the police department, and they told me I was lying. They told me I was lying. And you see, man, I didn't shit. I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. So let's do it. If that's the way you want to do, let's go. You just got to fight on your hand. Just that simple. So I'm just trying to show you, you got a lot of people out here that don't really have a resume. And I'm just showing you how to make a resume, man. How to just keep trying. And then one day, all this stuff is gonna come together. One day, see, this is why I don't give a shit. Look how this guy got me from Ukraine. Cause I'm playing music that they disagree with. And he gonna put hands on me. And the photographer behind me, I didn't even know he was back there. He said, when the guy, cause they tried to get me arrested. Look. A woman stood in front of me. I mean, she had her back up against my side. And I got up to try to move, and I said, excuse me, and she wouldn't move. And I tried to run her ass over. You ain't gonna do that. And that's when he grabbed me. He grabs me. And they tried to get me arrested. And Secret Service said, we know you. We know you. We've been watching you. And we know that you ain't, unless when you react to something, somebody done did something. They said, just stand over here. And they told people, talking about, we ain't arresting, we are not arresting him. And the photographer walked up and said, excuse me, sir, but I have photos with them with their hands on him. And that's what saved me. That's what saved me. See, look, this is how they surrounded me. This is how they surrounded me. I mean, they had my ass surrounded too, boy. I would not, man, fuck you, Ukraine. And of course, there's me with my man, Marion Barry. I ran for mayor against him. That's me and him. Right there. That's who I ran for mayor against. See? That's it, man. I got the resume. And I've always tried to be positive. Tried to do it the right way. Tried to be an example. That's all I've tried to do. And, just waiting for the support to come. That's all, just waiting for the support. That's all I'm doing is just waiting for the support. And it's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Guarantee you, it's gonna come. And my baby, miss you, girl. This was the disc jockey, Tall Paul, that, you know, I was good friends with him in Birmingham. He introduced me to a lot of people. He introduced me to a lot of people. A lot of people he introduced me to. That was him. That was him. As a matter of fact, he's the one that started calling me Don Folden. That's the one that started calling me Don Folden. He's the one. And that's my grandson with the president of Michigan State University. She loved that boy. She loved that boy. No joke. It's that Jeremiah, man. That's my boy. She loved my grandson. Yes, she did. He would play all, when she had entertainment guests, he was the music for her. He would go over to her house and play the music. That boy can play. That boy can play. I ain't lying. He can play. First time I saw my grandson I asked my, who is that? She said, Daddy, you know that's Jeremiah. I said, that's Jeremiah? That boy can play. That boy can play. He can play. And he's passionate about his playing too. He's very, very, very passionate about his music. And you know, and this is old Lil Dick Jack Bazobiak. I had to save his ass in the park. Right here. I didn't know it was a setup between this guy, between him and this guy. It was a setup, and I didn't know it. And I'm thinking I'm helping, trying to get him out the park, and they using me. Oh, here the article. I can read it. This is an article that the Washington Post wrote. But this is what I want to read to y'all. Folden said he has secured almost 4,000 signatures of D.C. registered voters, comfortably in excess of the 2,500 signatures necessary to put him on the ballot for the Democratic primary. I was a Democrat at that time, right? It will. Whites have been signing his petition in far greater numbers than blacks, he said. He faults African Americans for not supporting their own. Listen to this. My own people who are held hostage by young black men in their own neighborhoods, he complained, aren't willing to give a positive role model an opportunity. And this was back in 1994, 30 years ago. I said that. Listen, my own people who are held hostage by black men in their own neighborhoods, he complained, aren't willing to give a positive role model an opportunity. And who's holding black folk hostage in their own community right now with the violence? Young black men. And I said that 30 years ago. I said that 30 years ago, and it's still happening right here today. See? Still happening right here today. And man, when this is the article that was in the Washington Post magazine. My bike is right at my feet. I was so broke, I had to ride my bicycle from Southeast DC all the way down to the Martin Luther King Monument because I ain't even had money to get on the bus. I didn't even have money to get on the bus. And I just knew when they did this article, man, I was in. Shit, that thing fell just like a brick. I ain't joking. Just like a brick. There's one more article in here. I'm gonna find it, and I want to read it to y'all. But anyway, it's Friday night, so I'm not gonna hold y'all up no long. Man, thank you. Oh, this is when this is see, this is when I open up my showroom. Right here. African tabletop. That's when I open up my showroom. Right there. Oh, here it is. This is letter to the editor. Right here. This is the Washington Post, January the 18th, 1993. Guilty of goodwill. Thanks for showing how the district is dealing with street crime by hassling Don Folin, the street vendor at 4th and D Street Northwest, District Weekly, December 24th. I've seen that man for years, and I can tell you he is guilty. He's guilty of working every day, guilty of selling things people need, guilty of supporting his family, guilty of teaching his children about vending, guilty of playing a variety of music to cheer us up on the way to work, and guilty of giving direction to tourists and blind people. He's especially guilty of earning the respect and goodwill of hundreds, 1,500, according to the Post, who signed his petition to the mayor asking for help to get him off the street and into the building that came to that corner years after he did. Worst of all, he's guilty of being a motivated, self-respecting, honest role model for young men of any race. Someone should keep an eye on that guy. Edward A. Stern, Bethesda. And he called me last year. Said, man, I just want to see if you still, I said, you still on the edge? He said, I'm still here. That's you know, so like I told you, a lot of people can talk that talk, but they can't walk their walk. And that's what I try to do. I at least try to walk my walk, man. At least try to walk my walk. Walk my talk. I try. Sometimes, I fall short. Sometimes I don't. All right. Hey, I see y'all, man. Thank you for joining me tonight. See you later.